Hey, y'all, I got the cutest letter from this young woman named Kimberly, and she is from Canada. And she wrote me a long letter, but I'm going to try to condense it and tell y'all about it while I start putting her recipe together that she sent me that her mom has been making forever, called Peaches and Cream. And it's really easy, sounds really easy. I'm just going to do it in steps, though. So we're going to put a stick of butter in a saucepan and melt it. Come on. I think my eyes got wet yesterday. So we're going to melt that butter and we're going to stir in our graham cracker crumbs and our brown sugar, and we're going to press it into a 13x9x2 pan. But anyway, she left home to go to college, so she went to her mother's pantry and started taking some things that she could eat while she was off at college. And one of them was a can of peaches, because her mama always made that. So she took them, didn't use them for 4 years. She brought all the groceries back home because she said, I don't believe in wasting food. And when they were making it, her boyfriend, who is now her husband, said, it smells like feet in here. Something stinks so bad. And of course, Kimberly and her mother didn't smell anything. So they sat down to eat, and then it was time to eat dessert. They got to the dessert, and the men said, this tastes like feet. So Kimberly's daddy got up and went to the trash can to get the can of peaches. They had expired 7 years prior. So that was the dirty feet smell. Kimberly, that story really made me laugh. And I want to show y'all her picture. She has since had a little boy, and she's due to give birth to a little girl anytime now. So Kimberly, I love your story. She started watching me during the pandemic, and just precious girl. And thank you for sharing. I know everybody's going to love this recipe, because those people that don't have access to fresh peaches, you know, it's fine to use the cans. Okay, I'm going to cut that off. It's melted good enough. So stir this together. And there's really no cooking in this recipe. This is, as far as going into an oven, doesn't require any baking. So I just want to make sure that's butter is mixed up real good in all those crumbs so it'll stick together. Okay. If you have availability to fresh peaches, I sure would make this with fresh peaches. Of course, you'd have to cook off the peaches with some sugar and some water. Just press that down as good as you can. I'm going to use the same pot to heat my peaches and my sugar and my cornstarch together, because we want this to cook until it's thick. So you drain your peaches and you put enough water to equal 2 cups. So I'm going to start with that. I'm going to add my sugar. I'm going to add my cornstarch. Usually I put a little water in cornstarch, but I think this will work out fine. Just might want to use a whisk to break down the cornstarch. This sounds like a real nice summer dessert, Kimberly. All right, now I'm going to add our canned peaches, and that's a 29-ounce can of peaches. So we'll just let that come to a boil and thicken. While we're waiting on this to come to a boil and thicken, I'm going to take an 8-ounce package of cream cheese and a cup of white sugar. And I'm going to cream that together. I had my 2 cups of heavy cream whipped. So now we're going to fold in step 4. We're going to fold in the cream cheese and the sugar that we've creamed together. We're going to fold it in to the whipped cream. It's already sounding very good, Kimberly. You might be my girl. You know, I'm like you and your mama. I don't like wasting food. But sometimes it pays to read the expiration dates. Doesn't it? All right, I'm going to cut our peaches off. And these have to cool before we can mix this and this with each other, because the hot peaches would break down our creams. So I'm going to pour that in there. And I'm going to stick this in the refrigerator. Probably should have done this step first, so it could have been cooling. So we'll be back in a few minutes then, hopefully with some cool peaches. Okay, Kimberly, we've got our 4 steps here. We had our peaches that we cooked and thickened. We had our graham cracker crust. We had our cream cheese and sugar and our sweetened whipped cream. No, we didn't sweeten the whipped cream. We just beat the whipped cream. The sugar was in the cream cheese mixture. So we got it together and it looks delicious, girl. So she tells us to spread half of our cream cheese mixture onto our graham cracker crust. And I hope I can get that done, because normally I would cook off a graham cracker crust so it could harden. But she didn't say to do that, so I'm not going to do it. So I'm going to just do this very carefully so it won't pull the crust up. So now we're just going to pour our peaches on top of our cream. This will probably be the challenging part. To spread on top of that syrup. So I'm just going to try to put little dollops close together. And hopefully I can easily make it into one whole layer of cheese and cream. Last step. All right. This hadn't been in the refrigerator a whole long time, but Eddie said, I want a piece of that like right now. So I said, okay, I'll go ahead and cut it for you. Looks wonderful. Gosh, did I spray?
You did?
Yes, I did spray it, didn't I?
Well, this wasn't even baked, was it?
No cook on this one. Oh. Great time. Did you see that? the crust flipped over. Gus will find it. Okay, Eddie. There you go, monkey. Eat up. And in the meantime, I'm going to come over here and get out that stuck piece. I can't wait. Peaches and cream. It's delicious. And it's not overpoweringly sweet. I like it. I like it a lot. Thank you, darling, for sharing that recipe with us. It's sure enough good. Yum. Kimberly. It's beautiful, girl. I thank you so much for sharing this with me so I could share it with millions of other people. I thank you so much. And hopefully you've had that sweet little baby girl by now. And she'll learn to love this as much as you learned to love it when you were a little girl. Love and best dishes, y'all. Let me hear from you. Hey, y'all, it's Paula Deen. Now, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it and click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell to be alerted when I post a video. Love and best dishes, y'all.